I the same person in real life? Here's what I'm thinking. Let me know down in the comments what you're thinking. Hey everyone, Donna here. I've been rolling the idea to make this video around in my head for a while now. I've sometimes seen some comments under my videos along the lines of like, how are you always so happy? Or I wish I could always be happy like you. And so, like I said, I've been thinking about making a video about this topic for a while, but I wasn't really sure exactly what I wanted to say or exactly how I wanted to approach this topic. And then I watched a more recent video from Ella the Bee, where she answers some assumptions about her. I'll link to the video up here, of course. In this video, she answers the assumption about her that she doesn't like having to reveal so much about herself in her videos and online. I'm not gonna get into all the details of her answer in this video. You can go check out her video for that. But to sum up her answer, she basically says that she doesn't share anything about herself that she doesn't want to. And the part that really got me thinking, and I would say kind of inspired me to finally put together my thoughts in this video, is that she said that even though it might look like she's sharing her whole life in her vlogs, there are actually, in fact, lots of parts of her life that she doesn't share. In the video, the exact percentages that she gives is that it might look like she's sharing 90% of her life, when in reality, she says it's probably more like 20% at the most. And as I said, this is what finally helped me to form a direction, an orientation for my own thoughts on this topic, that I finally thought like, yes, okay, I know how I can put my own feelings into a video. I know what I want to say and where I want to go with this. And okay, so where is that? Where do I want to go with this? Basically, let's start with that. On the one hand, yes, sometimes I am really happy. Sometimes I am even really happy. And as I mentioned in this video up here, I am someone who has a tendency to feel emotions quite strongly sometimes. And so that means that sometimes when I'm happy, I might be really happy. And especially when I'm talking about something that I'm really interested in, or I'm going on a trip and I'm vlogging about that, there's a good chance that I could then feel quite happy in that moment. And then that shows in my videos. Plus, I just love entertaining. I love performing. I love being on camera. As far back as I can remember, I have just absolutely loved and sometimes kind of like lived for performing and being on camera. It's just always made me feel so energized and alive. I can remember when I was like 8 or 9 going to friends' houses, and I would start telling stories and making people laugh, and I loved it. It made me, like I said, feel so alive. And when I was 14, I performed a comedic monologue on a cruise that I had gone on with my parents, and everyone laughed and everyone enjoyed themselves. And doing that gave me such an energy. Yeah, I don't know. I really can't put into words. I just feel like for a long time, I have felt like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I love this, and basically, for all of my life, I have had this yearning to perform. Whether I'm telling a story to a few friends around the dinner table, or maybe I'm teaching something, or talking about something on camera like I'm doing right now, I love it. And I go all in, and it really animates me. So if I'm having a bad mood, or it's been a bad day, and then I start filming or performing or whatever, I usually get happy, sometimes really happy, but that is only a part of my life. That's not to say that it's a lie or anything like that. It's not. That's really me. That happy, easily excitable, bubbly person is definitely 100% me. However, there's also a lot more to me too. That is not always how I only am. No, I have a full range of emotions to me, and I have lots and lots of different dimensions to me as a person. And yeah, I love being happy and I love filming just because I really love filming, but also because it often makes me feel happy, and feeling happy feels good. So it's kind of like a nice little feedback loop there. But I am definitely not always happy. That's definitely not always how it is. There are actually some things that I really struggle with, which I'm not feeling ready to talk about openly at this point. Maybe I never will. Maybe I will want to one day. I don't know. But yeah, at this point, I will say there are some things that I really struggle with. I'm definitely not always bounding around full of happiness, but sometimes I am. So that's not a lie. There's just so much more there. And I will say that I am someone who can often be quite excited by small things. I think you've probably seen that in my videos. I would say I have a pretty low standard for what gets me fascinated or for what gets me really excited. The bar is set pretty low for me. I'm pretty easy to get excited about something. So I would say that probably does help as far as me being in a good mood on or off camera goes. And like I said, I love to entertain and get really excited about entertaining and what I'm talking about. And I love getting into what I'm doing. But the performing self of me is just the tip of the iceberg to the whole me, you know? It is who I am in real life, plus lots more. I am that person on camera, plus many more parts of me. But even though I know that I have many different facets to who I am, even though I know that about myself, I also know that it's really easy to forget that when watching people on YouTube or seeing photos of other people on social media. Even though I myself am a performer, when I see other people doing YouTube or posting on Instagram, even with my own experience with it, it is still easy for me to fall into the trap of thinking that their life is perfect, or thinking that they must be so happy all the time. I wish I could be so happy all the time, just like they are. Or thinking that, oh, look at those photos. They must never worry about anything at all, or whatever other incorrect assumptions about a perfect life that I imagine onto that person. No. Nobody has a perfect life. Everyone sharing things on social media has a whole rest of themselves off camera that you can't see. Everyone is just showing a part of who they are, and that's okay. That's okay to show what you want to show of yourself, but we really need to try to remind ourselves of that every now and then. We need to remind ourselves that what you're seeing of the people online, that's not the full story. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's a lie. It just means that that is the part of who they are that they share, and you should not make the mistake of thinking that their life is perfect or that they are always only exactly how they are online in the whole rest of their lives. No, you're seeing a snapshot. I'm showing a snapshot. When I watch other YouTube videos, I'm seeing a snapshot, and we need to remember that. Because yeah, like I said, I know that it is not easy to remember this. And I know also because, in fact, get this, sometimes I have watched old wanted adventure videos of myself for, the nostalgia of it or whatever. And being totally honest here, sometimes I have even found myself falling into the trap of thinking to myself about my own past self, wow, look at how happy you were then. Wow, look at how worry-free you were back then. And a few times when I found myself going down that path, I have to snap myself out of it. Like, oh my God, Donna, no. I have to force myself to remember that that's just a snapshot, and that actually, I was actually going through something very hard for a bunch of months there. And I even forget that about myself and my own videos. I talked about it a little bit in this video here. I actually lost my voice for several months and was barely able to film videos during that time. Many times during that period, I would film a video and then I could barely talk or couldn't talk for the rest of the day. It was a very, very worrisome, scary time for me. I was really scared. I didn't know if I would ever really get my voice back. I didn't know if I would get back my ability to talk and perform and entertain, which I loved so much. I didn't know if that was gone forever. So there were definitely some hard times for me there. And even though I know that though, there are times when I've fallen into the trap of looking back at those old videos or old photos and misremembering the past. I think it's always been hard for us as humans to really look back in the past and accurately and truthfully see the past for how it was. Like, the past can often look so wonderful and shiny and glossy in our memories. And I think that's always been the case. But now we have a million photos and a million videos of us smiling and laughing in the past. And so I think that in addition to looking at other people's photos or videos on social media and thinking, oh, they must always be so happy, or assuming that their life must be so perfect, I think we also need to be careful nowadays not to, even more so than before, think that our own past was somehow perfect or glossier or better because we have all those smiling photos and videos of ourselves from the past trying to tell us that. But that's just what I'm thinking about all this. Let me know down in the comments what you're thinking. So my question for you is, what are your thoughts on social media posts, on YouTube videos? What experiences do you have with what I talked about in this video? And what advice would you give to someone who is struggling to remember that we're all just showing a particular part of ourselves when we post online? Please let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoy my videos, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button and hit the little notification bell thing so that you don't miss any of the videos on Monday afternoons. There's some more videos over here, some more fun stuff down here, and I've been seeing some questions about where people can get my book. My book is available in bookstores in Germany and also some different websites online. There's more information to that down in the description box below. Until next time, auf Wiedersehen. Bye. Just kidding. Okay, now really bye.